that Krishna is in control, Krishna is the sanctioner, but Krishna is aloof and Krishna is the observer. This world, it's not like when things go wrong, oh, the Lord is not kind. Oh, the Lord is not powerful. Oh, maybe the Lord is not there. Oh, like everybody's going to make so many interjections. Very interesting part of this world is no one takes responsibility of anything that has happened. We only find whom we can blame in this situation. Right? जब भी कुछ गड़बड़ होता है, किसको गाली दे सकते हैं इसकी? Right? And when this is the consciousness, there can be no improvement. It is only going to be a cycle. If you really want to grow in your life, anything goes wrong, you take responsibility. Whoever you may be, take responsibility. Like say, imagine someone did wrong. Maybe I didn't give him proper instructions. Maybe I did not train properly. So I should maybe take an inventory of that. Maybe I have something to do wrong about it. Like I always see in my own life, if I lose anything, immediately I'll think, "Arey, isne liya hoga." Like in the ashram, say my kurta is missing. Arey, this fellow every day picks up my kurta and takes it. So like in the mind, whenever something goes wrong, we are already clear whom to tag. But I have seen in my own journey, I have ended up knowing that it was me who misplaced it the other day. Or maybe sometimes it does happen, someone picks it up also. But then a good amount of times I realized it was my own something. So I do understand that I think I should not blame. I should take responsibility of my life. If I take responsibility of my life, I'll improve. I will become better in any of the aspects. And in all situations, you have scope to take responsibility. Because it's very difficult to change others, but it's much easier to make a change in ourselves. Right? So it is very, very important. Right? So that is why knowing Krishna and knowing these phenomena very deeply is very important for us to become Krishna conscious. Because many times we may have a hazy understanding of these concepts, because of how we perceive the world. If it is not true to what it is, we won't go ahead in our relationship with Krishna. So we understand now from Krishna's words that Krishna is aloof and Krishna is non-interfering, and the Lord is just allowing exchanges of the whole world and interactions, and everybody just reaping back their investments. That's what is happening. Now, exactly how karma is working, who is getting what, it is said sometimes we may be getting a compounded result of what happened 50 lifetimes back. So how do you know? Right? When Krishna was approached by Dhritarashtra, Dhritarashtra said, why did I have to face the demise of 100 children? And then it is said, Krishna tells him that 100 lives back, he was a king who very ruthlessly killed a particular bird with its 100 children. So then Dhritarashtra says, but why did I have to wait 100 lives to get reaction of this? He said, because to have a son or have a child, you need a lot of punya. So in 100 lives, you got so much punya that you could have 100 children. And then the reaction of losing 100 children at once, then you could get. Because unless you have a punya to get 100 children, how can the reaction of losing 100 children come into your life? That means you need to become punyavan to get your reaction. That means in this world, punya and papa both are dangerous. Just like we are fearful of papa, even punya is dangerous, because that will also lag us in this world or hang us in this world. बोलते ना, अच्छा काम करेंगे, बुरा काम नहीं करेंगे. भाई साहब, अच्छा काम भी आपको यहाँ इस दुनिया में माया दबोच के रख लेगी. राइट? ऐसा काम करना है कि रिहा हो जाए. कुछ ऐसा करो, you become free. Prabhupada says, if today you do something good, then you have to come back to receive the result of that good. Right? Whatever you have today is what you have invested, so you have today. It is very clear. So now the choice is, what do you make of it? That is not decided. Now you cannot say कि प्रभु जी मैं क्या करूंगा वो भी डिसाइडेड है. नो, अभी आप भगवत गीता सुन के समझ गए. नाउ यू हैव अ चॉइस टू ईदर गो विद द इनर्शिया ऑफ व्हाट योर कर्मा इज टेलिंग यू, और मेक अ यू टर्न or turn according to what Krishna is telling. Right? That means there is a calling of your heart which may be pulling you to go in a direction. But now that you are awakened by this knowledge, you have a choice now whether to do it or not. So that is why you will see for devotees who are becoming spiritual minded, confusion start. For those who are not devotees, no confusion. For those who are great devotees, no confusion. For those who are in between, always confusion. Why? Because प्रभु जी दिल कुछ कह रहा है, सुनने के बाद दिमाग कुछ और कह रहा है. क्या करें? दिल और दिमाग के बीच में झगड़ा हुआ. Right? Isn't it? We feel to do something, but we have heard in the class, Krishna will not be happy. Now what do you do? ठीक है, थोड़ा दिल का करते हैं और थोड़ा कृष्ण का करते हैं. So that's better than only दिल का करते हैं. And a day will come, you say, अरे you rascal, you are making me inspired to do something which is not good. I'm not going to listen. So slowly we will go across. Right? So this is the principle that we need to know, that everything is being, recorded, visualized and reacted. And Krishna says in these particular verses that the whole creation may get annihilated. Brahma ka pura Brahmand pura annihilate ho gaya, and all the jivas go into the body of Vishnu after Pralaya. And then after a large period of time, again the Lord will glance at the Prakriti and there will be creation. And Brahmaji will again create bodies, and in this particular Brahmanda again the Lord will glance and put all the jivas back again into this world. And when the jivas go back again in this world, Pralay ke pehle jo record tha, desires and deservings ka, after a period of maybe trillions of years, when we are back into our body, we get a body, the same records and accounts will start again from where it left. Yes, there is no erase. There is no erase. Makes sense what I'm saying? Like, is what to speak of a lifetime? We're talking about pralay and trillions and trillions of years. That means every individual. Now, really to think about, like human beings are so many, but what about insects? The number of human beings in India may be the number of insects that are there in our house. All the smaller and bigger ones, right? Just like, so many. And record for all. And by the way, they are no way lesser than what we are, huh? Just that they made stupid choices and they are there. Right? So we need to know this, that Krishna is not unkind, and Krishna has made a system of the Devatas, and such precision things are going on. Right? And when we study Krishna's creation, it is so complex. So complex. Right? So the point Krishna is saying that this is how it works. But foolish people who don't know this, they deny the existence of Lord. And even when the Lord comes in this world, they say, oh, the Lord is just a human being. Right? When the Lord comes himself and displays such extraordinary feats in Mahabharata, in Krishna Leela, You see the Lord in Dwapar Yuga end came and did such fantastic things. Jarasandha was coming with so many Akshani Sena. Krishna Balaram single-handedly were defeating everybody. But after seeing all these mystic siddhis and happenings and all the pastimes, Duryodhan sees even kind of a universal form manifested when Krishna went to as a peace messenger. And what did Duryodhan say? Are ye to Mayavi hai. He's no god. He's just a person with a little extra powers. They deride the Lord's supreme nature. Now, what to say of Krishna not being visible? Like, we are talking Bhagwan to dikhte nahi. But जब भगवान आके दिखे और अपनी प्रदर्शनी किए और इतना कुछ किए, फिर भी लोग क्या कहते हैं कि आप तो साधारण मनुष्य हो. You understand how much people do not want Lord's interference. But if the Lord comes himself and does all the activities, still people say, false. You are an imposter. You are a politician. You are a diplomat. That means to know Lord, we have to really have the heart filled with service and love. Then only you can know Lord. किसी के अच्छे गुण ऐसे ही नहीं दिखते. Unless you really want to develop intimacy with someone, you don't really tend to understand them. Right? We always ऊपर से label everyone. Isn't it? We never, with ourselves, we are so serious to understand that we are so sincere in our intent. But with others, we never give a like thenga, like, yeah, he's useless. Isn't it? We are so connoting. So when Krishna comes also, we don't care about him. We don't care about Krishna. So if he is not visible, we don't care. If he becomes visible, still we don't care. Right? That's the point. That is to the extent we want Lord's no interference. But then the Shastra, Krishna explains that it is fools who deride me, but I am Mamabhuta Maheshwaram. They do not know that I am not a person of this world. The Lord has come in His own self-same Divya transcendental form from the spiritual world. And He is the Lord of everything. Like Krishna, when He's a baby Krishna in Vrindavan, Vrajadham, everybody's thinking He's a small baby, comes here sending demons to kill. But that little baby is not an ordinary person. He's the source of everything. So the moment we are actually doing bhakti and we are praying to Krishna, oh my dear Lord, I want to surrender unto you. I would like you to become my companion and my guide. And I want to live my life in harmony with your teachings. And I would like to become your lover and really come back to you. I just don't want to live in this world in the inertia of my desires and my deservings. Everybody in this world is in the strong, it's like, a flowing ocean, a heavy, and we're just like flowing with our desires, flowing with our own aspirations. It's just going so heavy, right? So we're praying to Krishna that, my dear Lord, I just don't want to sway. Please get hold of me. I'll surrender to you, get hold of me, and I want to be your devotee, and I want to live my life as per my desire, right? As per your desire. So when a devotee, I think the turning point in our life is when, instead of giving full force on our own desires and deservings, we start taking the words of Guru, Sadhu and Shastra equally strong in our lives. Yeah, it's a process. At least we begin with, so it has already started for all of us. Otherwise, why are we coming every time together? Right? We're coming together to keep getting learnings more deeper and deeper and deeper. See what happens when we come together and keep hearing? Our convictions increase. Like we have been doing it every year, mark the year 2025, come back 2026, and we're sitting together and discussing. We have much more convictions about what we're doing. Now we just don't let our minds drift. We make our decisions considering what is the most favorable for my life's journey. Now we have become an expert pilot. If faith in God means it's just not one thing. Faith in God would mean faith in scriptures, faith in devotees, faith in holy name, faith in spiritual practice. Because the Lord is giving His association through so many ways. How much faith we have in the deities. Like, initially the deities are sitting here, we don't care what we talk, what we do. But today, when we know the Lord is sitting here, I cannot speak anything here. I should be conscious. Otherwise, the Lord is sitting here and I am having something which He will not be happy, maybe not conscious. But then with time, our faith increases. Oh, there's the Lord is sitting here. I couldn't be saying this. The Lord will not be happy to hear this subject. So like that, you will see a devotee becomes conscientious, right? In life, in doings. Even though he may be outside, nobody's watching. But he knows the Lord is witnessing. So I have to be what Krishna would be happy with. You see how it would reflect? So like that, the more we understand the principle of Krishna's involvement in this world, and we know it, because so then when Krishna performs pastimes, Krishna does Leela, then you become more attentive to understand them. So right now, Krishna is more explaining how he's interacting with this world. Like when you hear of Krishna, how he is doing Leela in Goloka or doing activities with his pure devotees, it is very relishable. But you see how Krishna is explaining in this chapter, is explaining how he is interacting while you and me are in this world, how he is interfering. So that means you can see Krishna in our interaction. So like as you go further, Krishna is saying, like we didn't go through all of them, but Krishna is saying, when you do a yajna, I am the butter, I am the fire, I am the mantra, I am the priest, I am the hota. Literally every ingredient, Krishna says, I am the, ultimately after the ahuti, I will take it up and bless. Like you said, all the ingredients are given by whom? Krishna. And then you start seeing, that means the result of my life, Krishna is there. The endeavor and the intelligence with which I am doing, Krishna is there. Right? You start seeing Krishna in every aspect of your life. So this is how in your life, when you start really seeing Krishna around, then you become very Krishna conscious. Right? Prabhupada says one time with his disciple that I was with Krishna and Radharani called me and said, you should go. And I said, I don't want to go. And I'm happy. This is one devotee recollects. Prabhupada kind of reflected in this way. He said, I didn't want to go, but they convinced me. They said, go and write our books. They go and write up books and we will take all the care. So he said, what can I do? The Lord told me, so I had to come for service. So the great souls, can you imagine the sacrifice? As I was telling you, don't go to a party where people will insult you. So Krishna comes home here, and even the lovers of Krishna come here, and they know this world is not a place where Krishna is respected. They feel very uncomfortable being here. But still they come here for our good. Because they know all of us have drifted. So if they are not compassionate, if they don't give us that association, we have no means of turning. Like, if it was not for Prabhupada and his teachings, we are so seriously reflecting and we're just not flowing with the force of our desires and deservings. We are so conscious now. Our lives are not, like, say, we may become upset and angry, but we discern. After some time, we discern, is this what I'm supposed to do? I'm a devotee. Will Krishna be happy? Will the Shastra, what they're saying? As we were discussing in one of the times, as devotees, we have become very seriously thoughtful. Now, we may not have a reflex act, but now that we have become devotees, very fast we come back to a normalized effort and act rightly. And with time, we are seeing that we are becoming more and more sturdy in doing the right thing. We were extremely sturdy to do the wrong thing. Now we are becoming sturdy to do the right thing. It's a phenomenal change. And it is impossible by the happenings of this world to make this change. But it has happened by practicing the process given by the acharyas. So we are testimony of receiving this mercy from Prabhupada and acharyas. So these verses, we are taking a little more time to talk on each of them because we would like Krishna's message to sink very deeply in our lives and we become very Krishna conscious. Because if we start seeing Krishna in our life, in our work, in our family, in our job, in every aspect of our life, we start seeing Krishna in the phenomenon, then we will be able to very easily become Krishna conscious. Because we are dealing in this world with all our realities. And then we see how is Krishna involved in all of them. So what Krishna wants through and through in our journeys is to make right choices. How do we know we're being Krishna conscious? We keep making the right choices which are going to bring us closer to Krishna. Choice, desire. I mean to say, there can be a discussion, but then I am meaning the same when I use the word choice or when I make because life always brings you to like a crossroad. यहाँ जाना है, वहाँ जाना है, ये करना है, वो करना है. So now we have to keep, and that is why I'll tell you, one of the way why devotees are always safe, like just in the morning we were having a discussion with Acharya Ratna Prabhu. So there was a new boy and he was saying the mind is always turbulent, you keep moving from here to there, here to there. You've been moving from 14 planetary systems here to there. It's all the mind. So the boy immediately said, तो प्रभु जी अच्छा जप करना चाहिए ना, जप करने से मन संभल जाएगा ना. And प्रभु जी said, yes, अच्छा जप करना चाहिए, पर उससे पहले मन के लिए एक मास्टर भी ढूंढ लेना चाहिए. There should be some mass, our unbridled mind. It will take time to get completely purified by chanting. But before that rascal mind purifies, we should make him a servant of at least someone or some people. तो कब जो मन पागल है कुछ कहे, एक बार पूछ लेता हूँ ये ठीक है कि नहीं. वो जाके पूछते हैं प्रभु जी, शास्त्रों से पूछते हैं, भक्तों से पूछते हैं. एक जिज्ञासा है, ऐसा लग रहा है. नहीं, वी डोंट से मुझको लग रहा है, मुझे एक व्यक्ति मिला था, वो ऐसा बोल रहा था और ऐसा सोच रहा था. आपको क्या लगता है मुझे उसको क्या बोलना चाहिए? उसको बोलो, उसका मन अब वो उसके मन के काबू में है. अच्छा प्रभु, और क्या बोलना चाहिए प्रभु जी? और क्या कर रहे? So you can ask a question like a third person, and you'll get your answers. So Prabhuji was saying, I like that point very much. The only reason, actually, to be honest, all of us, the only reason why we are so safe is we have allowed ourselves to be under someone's tutelage. Otherwise, our ego, if it does not allow anyone to kind of bridle us, it's impossible. So at least if we have kept ourselves under someone's guidance, that means we have become humble. Actually, we have become humble. We can talk of acting humble, but the real humility is, now I have a master. My mind is not my master. Right? Now, okay, I may not fully follow my master. It may take a discussion, but at least I'm sure I'm not going to cross the Lakshman Rekha. At least utna to hamara self-control. Like I have made it a point. Like I have teachers who guide me. At least I have made a point. Whatever intelligence I may have कि ऐसा करना चाहिए, वैसे करना चाहिए, ऐसे बढ़ाना चाहिए, I will not cross the boundary of the intersection of all the advice. Though I may say I'm intelligent, I have spent so long years. You may have spent so long years. Maya has spent so many years on you. so you can never be so smart. So keep within the Lakshman Rekha, you will be safe. And our strength is how much we don't follow our mind and how much we follow Guru Sadhu Shastra. Then you become very, very strong and muscular, whether he or she, whoever, in the sense of your spiritual knowledge. The more you follow your mind, you become very, very weak-hearted, very, very, fragile. And the more you don't follow your mind and follow whatever is mentioned in the Shastras, what is right, you become very strong. Right? In that way. Mind will never tell you follow Shastra. Mind will say, bhai, mind your life, what are you doing here? Mind will never tell you sit for satsang. But mind has no hope. Once you are in satsang, mind will also become calm. If you fall asleep, hey, उठो सब देख रहे. मन कैसा है ना, आप मन को कंट्रोल कर लिए ना, आपका बात सुनेगा. सिंपल. आप मन की बात सुन लिए ना, वो आपको कंट्रोल करेगा. जब आप मन को नहीं सुनते और गुरु साधु शास्त्र को सुनते हैं, मन आपका पालतू बन जाएगा. फिर भी केयरफुल रहना है. Right? But you will see the mind will start cooperating. Like that. So, this is a very powerful, impactful knowledge that can actually change our life. And as I said, if we can change one desire, the journey of our life will change. And we tune all our desires to Krishna, our very life will change. So just transforming our desires and becoming Krishna conscious is the program. You really don't need to go anywhere, do anything. Just if you learn the spiritual knowledge and get our convictions for Krishna, we take shelter of Krishna and we pray to Krishna. One sincere prayer, Krishna will take us to Vrindavan. It doesn't take anything for Krishna to take us back. Is he bound by our karma to take us back? वो क्या करें, आपका इतना कर्म है, लेके नहीं जा सकता, इतना बैगेज अलाउड नहीं है प्लेन. नहीं भाई, सर्वधर्मान परित्यज्य मामेकम शरणम व्रज सर्व पापेभ्यो. अरे whatever your baggage, I will do, take care of all the khata and take you back. This is the promise of Krishna Prabhupada is giving us. So if we give our one lifetime, Prabhupada said, to be very sincere in our devotion. He said, Prabhupada's recommendation and Krishna's kindness will take us across. But we try our best to the extent we can and be sincere.